Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to the episode of an ink review. How's everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. What is happening? Okay. That was weird. Okay. So, today we are doing a pink ink. This is from Vinta. It is Makopa. I thought it was Makopa. Makopa means Java apple. So this is I don't know what that means. I don't know what a Java apple even is. But anyway, here we go. Here's a look at today's ink. It's got some gold sheen, greenish sheen coming through on this beautiful pink magenta color. Okay, let's do a water resistance test on this ink swatch. Saw yesterday that Chris Signs did a live video. Yay, how exciting is that? Hopefully I can have her on my channel one of these days so we can talk about fountain pen ink. Alright. Has a little bit of water resistance, but it's kind of smunchy, so I might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope. It might be too smunchy. Okay, so here's our toilet paper chromatographies. This is done with water, and this is done with rubbing alcohol. Hi, Obs, how are you doing today? I know, we needed some fun. I'm so happy that she figured out how to do a live. Now the next thing is to do a a live video. SAENZ. To do a live video with more than just her. So that'll be very fun. Okay, so this is our two toilet paper chromatographies. And this is done with water, this is done with rubbing alcohol. And honestly, I can't see... I see maybe a little bit of brown in there. I can't tell if that is sheen or what is peeking out the edge. And then this is done with rubbing alcohol. Whoa, it's got like a fluorescent thing going on. Oh, that might be sheen. That is crazy looking. Whoa. That's insane. It almost looks 3D. That's cool. Alright. Let's do some paper review. Here we have the Pen and Gear envelope from Walmart.com. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see. A little bit of feathering and microbleeding and ghosting. South Shore, 25% cotton fiber. Little bit of feathering, microbleeding and ghosting. Majohn 80 GSM. Beautiful. A little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. Great. Copper plate graph pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Beautiful. No feathering. Minimal amount of ghosting. That's from the when I put the lines down, so we're not going to pay any attention to those lines. Did bleed just a little bit right there. Rhodia dot pad 80 GSM. You can kind of see that sheen popping out. A little bit of feathering. Where am I? Right here. No bleeding. A little bit of heavy ghosting though. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Looks nice. A little bit of wiggle. And a little bit of heavy ghosting. Mead 5-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bleeding and ghosting. No surprise there. Pen and Gear heavyweight notebook paper from Walmart.com. Beautiful. No feathering, but bled to the page. Oxford 5-subject notebook paper. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of sheen, little bit of bleeding and ghosting. CVS caliber filler paper from CVS Pharmacy. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of sheen, a little bit of bleeding and ghosting. I wonder why the bottom of the paper, it might be because I put oils on the bottom of my hand, and that's as far as it goes, so I don't know. Anybody else have this problem? Only when the bottom half of the paper gets bleeding and ghosting. Kikuya writing pad 50 GSM. Beautiful pink with the sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay, I'm going to bump the brightness down just so we can see. No bleeding, minimal ghosting. Perfect. Pelican Hub notepad. Nice, no feathering. Little bit of micro bleeding and ghosting. The jot envelope from the Dollar Tree. Little bit of feathering, bleeding, and ghosting. Hobonichi morning evening notepad. Beautiful sheen, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. Perfect. Hobonichi really stepped up the game after last year's debacle. Earful 75 GSM. Another beautiful shading and sheen. No bleeding, minimal ghosting. Muji notebook paper. Beautiful. Minimal amount of wiggle and a little bit of bleeding and ghosting. Target from Deal-worthy notebook from Target. A little bit of sheen going on in there. A little bit of shading. No feathering. No bleeding. Minimal amount of ghosting. Best 43 cents I spent last year. Archer and Olive 160 GSM. A little bit of sheen. A little bit of feathering. But no bleeding. No ghosting. Perfect. Leuchtturm 1917 120 GSM. A little bit of shading. No real feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of micro bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. M. Shoei 120 GSM notebook paper. Little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. Anecdote notebook paper. Little bit of feathering. Blend to the page. A journal from the Dollar Tree. Little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. Wexford Walgreens Pharmacy. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Salala notebook. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Midori MD paper. Ooh, beautiful sheen, little bit of feathering. No bleeding, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Daiso premium notebook paper. Beautiful shading. No feathering. No bleeding. Minimal amount of ghosting. Some of the best paper right here. 68 GSM Tumbleweed River. A little bit of shading. A little bit of sheen. No feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Perfect. Loister 80 GSM. Beautiful sheen. No feathering. Little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Weird. Very strange indeed. Okay, so if I do go too fast, what you can do is you can hit the space bar and use the J and the L button to go forward and backward 10 seconds, the arrow buttons to go forward backward 5 seconds, and the comma period to go forward and backward 1 frame at a time. Okay. We're going to be looking at some pink, maybe even some purple. I don't know, let's see. Put my finger gloves on. And then I'm going to move this out a little bit. Alright. Okay, this is looking purple right off the bat. I may have been mistaken. This might be a purple ink. No. Burgundy, maybe? I don't know what to do. If I turn that off, can we see still? If we turn that off, can we see still? That's a little better. Akibi is kind of close. Akibi. This orchid flower's kind of close. It's got this dusty purple-ish property to it. This might be a purple ink. Too dark. La Bazeuse is kind of close. It's a little bit darker. June is kind of close. It's a little bit darker. Private Reserve Plum, maybe a little bit darker. La Mer de Cassis is kind of close, super close, except for it doesn't have any sheen. Yamabudo might be kind of close. King Philip, but I wouldn't recommend this one to anyone because it's very stainy. Okay. Those are all the pink inks. Shall we look at some purple inks? I don't think we're going to find any. So this is definitely like a magenta color. Pink's a lot darker. Yep, this is definitely a pink ink. Very close. It's very far purple than it is pink. And it's very pink more than it is purple. This is going to be another one of those weird inks. Okay, here we go. We're getting down to brass tacks. This one's a little bit more purple. Tranquility's a little more purple. Yeah, nothing in here. Okay, so it's definitely a pink ink. Way more purple than pink. Hi Rahul, how are you doing today? Hello from my font of positivity. All right. I'm doing much better, thank you. Today is day 6 of antibiotics. My throat is starting to feel not so scratchy anymore. I can make sentences, and I don't cough, so that's good. Well, oh my God, this is, my tabletop looks crazy right now. Okay, there's what it looks like when it's zeroed out. But it doesn't look like that. It's much more magenta. We'll just have to take my word for it. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? Are you guys thinking thoughts about getting this ink? Do you have this ink? I don't know that I would recommend it. It takes a very specific paper. There's like 2 or 3 different papers that it takes out of my whole stack. So, I don't know. Maybe not. So, anyway, that's all I got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Have a great day. Okay, bye.